Look who's back for hair color number, what is this, 6, 7? I'm so excited. Hey girl. Hello and welcome back to my channel, everyone. It is your girl Cassandra Olivia. If you are new, welcome to my channel, and if you are not new, please be sure to subscribe. Wait, I said that backwards. If you're new, I want you to subscribe. If you're not new, hopefully you're already subscribed. However, in today's video, I have my client Ashley. She's been coming to me for the past 2 years. We did several hair colors on her. This is her 7th hair color in 2 years, and as you guys saw in the beginning, I was here waiting for her. So what I wanted to do was just show you guys the process of me removing her red at the top of her hair, and then we did the top of her hair blonde, and then we just did the bottom a darker red. You guys know Ashley is always challenging me to do different things, so I will be sure to link everything I'm using down below. But in today's video, I wanted to do a different technique. I actually did this a couple years back, and I had a friend that had red hair and she wanted to go blonde, and I actually canceled out the red with green. And then I had a client with green hair that wanted to go blonde, so I canceled out the green with red, and vice versa. And it's been a while since I've done this technique, so I wanted to go in and just show you guys. I know I did a video on a mannequin. If you guys have not seen that on my channel, of me putting red on top of green to see what it will do. And essentially what happens when you put red on top of green, it will neutralize the hair. However, you do need to make sure that you are matching the same level of green on that same level of red. So for example, if you have a bright green, you want to cancel it with a bright red. If you have a dark green, you want to cancel it with a dark red, so on and so forth. So here you just see me, I'm sectioning out her hair. Again, we're going for a two-tone look. So the very top of her hair, we're going to do all blonde as we can get her. And then at the bottom, we're going to go actually a darker red. So how my thought process was to part her hair out in different sections, basically section out the whole entire top part where she wanted blonde in the mirror, which is what you guys see now with the foils, and then the very bottom is where we're going to do that dark red. Now she does have some grown out roots, so we are going to go in with the 5.55 mm by Rusk in a 30 volume. I'm going to apply this all over her roots first, of course with some Olaplex, and I always am sure to use K18 as well, just to make sure that I'm treating my client's hair. Once I'm done doing this mixture, I'm going to apply this 5.5 mm, which you see here, with the 30 volume on her roots first. The reason why I'm actually starting with her roots first in this video is because you guys know typically you want to do the roots last, so that way you get your lift there last. However, because her red has already been put in previously and all we're worried about is the new growth, I had to tackle this with 3 different formulas. So we did a formula for the top for the blonde, we did a formula in the back for her roots to make them red, and then we also did a formula in the mid to ends on her back because it's already red, we just want to make it darker. So with that being said, I'm using the 30 volume because the 30 on her scalp is going to make it act like a 40. It's going to lift her hair just enough because she's about a level 2 right now. That's going to make that red shine through. And then once I'm done that, all I'm going to do is go in with the same red, that 5.5 mm, with a 10 volume, because all I want to do, or not a 10, I'm sorry, I'm using the 0 lift, which you see here on the left on my tray, because all I want to do is deposit the red. She wants to go darker red, so we don't want to have any lift. So again, for her roots, I'm doing the 5.5 mm with the 30 volume because the heat from the scalp is going to turn it to a 40 and cause her to have a beautiful red lift. However, on the parts that are already red, which I'm not coloring, I'm only going to go in with that same 5.5 mm with the 0 lift, and that way it's going to deposit the color on her hair only. Once I'm done that, I am going to rinse her in different sections. You guys will be able to see that. I'm literally going to have her put her head over the bowl, and I'm going to have her lean forward. This was a spur of the moment thought for me because typically I don't really shampoo my clients like this, but because I wanted to make sure that the red and blonde didn't bleed, I was like, Ashley, I'm going to try something new today. So I let her know I was going to try the new technique with the green because it's been a while, and I used a new brand of green, which is the Iro, which I tagged on this video from Sally's. But I also went in and again just tried a couple different things with her hair as far as rinsing her, just to see how I could get like a better blend. So sometimes you have to bend the rules or do what you need to do to get that color separation. Of course, rinsing with cold water will help it to stop from running and bleeding into each other, but because the blonde was at the top, I didn't want to rinse it from top to bottom and then the blonde sits on top of the red and then it turns red at the ends. So we decided to shampoo her from front to back. So I literally had her bend on her knees in the shampoo bowl and we shampooed her like that. So just enjoy as I'm doing this application on her root. Again, I already told you guys the formula. I will be sure to link everything on my description and in my Amazon store as well. And please be sure, if you made it this far, to hit that subscribe button because I'm trying to get to 200,000 subscribers and I feel like we just might make it. So thank you again for being here, and I'll be back in just a few. So now we have all of that green neutralized. So all I did was shampoo her out. She was a little orange in some spots, brown in some spots, but I expected that because we did literally 3 or 4 different color reds previously, so it's not going to be even. So it did cancel some of that hair out towards the bottom. However, at the top you see it's giving red because that was the newer part that we did red a few months back. And then of course we have her new growth. So all I'm doing is going in with my Schwarzkopf Blonde Me and a 7 volume developer, of course with Olaplex, and I also treated her with K18, and I did an Olaplex treatment at the bowl. And all I'm doing is applying this on that first root section first, allowing that to process, and then I will run everything through. Some pieces I only did the root. I allowed this to process for about 20-30 minutes, and then I did go back and do the ends. However, on the parts that were more red, I did saturate the entire piece. So I just kind of treated each piece as like a strand by strand or section by section in my foils, and just applied the lightener accordingly. I'm going to go ahead and do this all across the front, and then once I'm done, we're going to shampoo her with a blue shampoo and a purple shampoo. The reason why I'm going to use a blue shampoo is because that cancels out the orange undertones. I'm also going to use a purple shampoo because that's going to cancel out the yellow undertones. And then I went in with a third green shampoo because the green shampoo will cancel out red undertones. So I went in with 3 different shampoos. I'm moisturizing my Olaplex, again, K18 treatment, and then we toned her and got a beautiful, beautiful lip. So again, I'm just going to finish applying this and I will hop back on in just a few. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask and drop them down in the description or in the comment. My apologies. And be sure to follow me on here, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Threads, LTK, Pinterest, all of that good stuff. Your girl is trying to go up, okay? So please be supportive. I post tons of free educational tutorials. I'm giving you guys free games, so I would really appreciate it if you just join my community, and yeah, let's support each other. I will be back in just a few. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled a foil out the back just so I could kind of see my lift. She lifted pretty evenly. We did have some spots in there that were slightly red, but again, that was to be expected. So all I did in those spots was just reapply a little bit of lightener, let it open air process. I will close the foils just to keep everything nice and clean. And then I'm just spraying her root area just to make sure nothing bleeds through, because we don't want the blonde to bleed into the red and we don't want the red to bleed into the blonde. So I just keep my Fremar mister handy so that way if I need to spray the roots to slow anything down, we have a nice clean application. And last but not least, I'm going to go in after I'm done just double checking all of the hair and the foils, and I'm going to hit her roots absolutely last. You guys already know why I do this. I do the roots last because you want to make sure that the heat from the scalp does not cause the hair to over process. And because I knew I wanted to lighten her possibly once or twice, I didn't want to add the lightener in the beginning because if her roots turn blonde and then I have to keep bleaching her ends, I didn't want to cause any further damage. So I do save the roots for last. And again, once I'm done, I always do an Olaplex treatment, a K18 treatment. I use my leaf and flower molecular mender. I'm always being sure to treat the hair during every process, before the color, during the color, and after. So that's the reason why she was able to have literally 7 different hair colors. We bleached her every single time, and as you can see, her hair is still on her head, still nice and healthy, still nice and full. And of course we will be giving her a hair trim too. Sidebar, this took a minute. So while Ashley was processing for about 30 minutes on the ends, I did run to the McDonald's across the street. I grabbed her some lunch on me because that's my baby and I want to make sure she wasn't hungry, and I was starving too, so I got me a little McNugget. And yeah, we had a great time. So again, I'm just applying the roots. I'm using my Fremar brushes. You guys know Fremar all day. They actually sent me these foils too, so shout out to them. They're always sending me the newest foils, brushes, drops, so I just appreciate them for showing me love. And yeah, I'm almost done applying this, and then I will show you guys how we rinse this out with the bowl. So again, going in, I was like, I'll rinse it front to back, but then I said, you know what, Ashley, bend over. So I decided right here, I'm going in with my toner, and this is just to make sure that the red from the roots also matches the reds from the ends. This toner is the 4RV by Redken, what is that, Shades EQ. So I just put the 4RV on her hair, let that sit for about 20 minutes, and then here I am just rinsing the front out with the lightener. Again, no toner yet, just to see her lift. And then after this, I am gonna go in, like I said, with my blue shampoo, with my purple shampoo, and with my green shampoo. I did most of those off camera, but just so you know, I'll tag them down below as well. And then once I was done that, I did go in and tone her blonde, and then we got a nice buttery creamy blonde. Overall, this process took about 8 hours from start to finish, press included, lifting, color correcting, doing the doing the green, doing the blonde, separating the red. It was a process. I did a haircut, we curled her, and I pin curled her, so not too bad, but I just made sure that I blocked her out for the day. And yeah, so here I am. This is the blue shampoo, and I know it's probably like, what the heck, this still looks pretty brassy, but trust me, it makes all the difference. I'm gonna hop off of here and I will come back once we're ready to blow her out.
That's what smoke, boy. That's what smoke, boy.
And as you guys can see, that was a toner. It looks red in the bottle. I don't know why. This toner is literally blonde. I don't know why it looked like it was red, but that's just what it does sometimes. It turns like these weird funky colors, but you just have to trust the process and know what you're putting on. And if you ever feel like a toner is going to be too dark, you can always add some clear, which I like to do for my blondes, especially just to make sure that I don't get too much of a deposit. So this is immediately after we're done toning and rinsing her. Of course, her curl pattern at the top is going to be a little bit looser, but this is not bad. She's literally had her hair bleached 7 different times with me over the last 2 years, and her hair still is in pretty healthy condition, knowing that we've done all of that. So I'm just blowing her out. I did use a little bit of my Laid Hair Care serum. I also went in with some K18 oil and also some of the leaf and flower molecular oil. I mixed a little bit of each one, and then this is how she looked after we blow dried her out. I did go in with a little mini shadow root just so that way her grow out isn't too harsh, because she does have a natural level too. But overall, I felt like this came out extra bomb. So I'm just gonna run my fingers through. I'll show you guys how it looks on the side. We got a nice blend, no bleeding, which again, you just want to make sure you take your time. Nice crisp lines. And all I'm gonna do now is go in, press her hair out with my custom flat irons, which you guys already know you can sign up for at CassandraOlivia.com. I just restocked, but I'm going to be doing a promo in a few weeks, so just be sure to sign up with your email if you want to save some coins. If you don't care about saving your coins, then by all means go in there and purchase away. But if you're like me and you want to save some coins and get you a nice deal, then please be sure to sign up for my mailing list. It literally takes 2 seconds. So I'm not going to show her whole entire haircut, but I just know that I went in, I cleaned her up, I pulled everything out, and then again, once I was done that, I just went in with my custom flat irons. I curled her up, styled her, and then after that I did pin curl her up because it was raining and she had somewhere to go the next day. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I also want to say thank you guys for hopping on my lives. That is something new for me, super out of my comfort zone, but you guys show me so much love. We had a live that had what, like 30k views, and I gained almost 600 followers from that. So thank you guys so much. I will be sure to show up for you just like you show up for me. I just want to show you guys the color up front. I'm done rambling. I'm about to eat my dinner or whatever, but I wanted to get this video up here. Sidebar, the hair cutting cape that I also have on here, that bib, also was from Amazon. That's also in my Amazon storefront. So she wanted her curls tight, so I just did them tight, and then I'm just gonna run my fingers through, style her, and like I said, just pin her up. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and be on the lookout for my other videos. And then I'm just gonna take her outside once I'm done pin curling. I wish I would have thought about this before, but it took so long. We were just ready to get out of here. But I did take her outside and just have her spin around with the pin curl so you can see how it looks in natural lighting. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something. Be sure to subscribe, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.
smoke, boy.